Hey, Phil from Got Memories here. Do you have this message on your mini DVDs from the early to mid 2000s, 2003 to 2012-ish era? And no pun intended on the era. And you've got it and it looks like this. And you have got these blessed discs, and it says, would you like to repair the data? And you go to yes and no. This never have I ever had a camcorder, these Panasonics, repair anything. So if you've got the VRD series Panasonics, and now I've got to shut this down because it won't eject the camera. And also you'll see this with Toshiba. It's all Matsushita shite. So Toshiba, Hitachi, Toshiba, and Panasonic. They'll all have, and you'll see this disc access, and now you got to hold this down to try and get your disc back, which may or may, you never know whether it's going to happen. Yeah, this is the one. Look, repair data now. No. So just give me my disc back. Come on. Give me the disc back. Come on. Checking disc. Oh, for flipping hell's sake. Hold on. Here we go. Eject. There we go. Good sign there. Okay. And you've got them in these, sometimes if this is the VRD series, they've got these plastic quote protectors, even though this part here is not protected. One tiny hairline scratch can render the whole thing useless. I've been digitizing media for over 20 years. This format right here drives me crazy, and also does the Panasonic players. So this is where all the magic is done. Got Memories in Phoenix, Arizona. I've got endless hundreds and hundreds of videos. These are all mini DVD camcorders, okay? And some of them I get success from. I'm kind of powering down everything for the day right now, but I digitize anything and everything to all the modern formats and everything. And there are various ways of doing this. Now, occasionally I get these issues with these discs, and you've got to run them through recovery software. You've got to make sure that the disc is clean and free from scratches, smudges, all this stuff. So I like to avoid using recovery software as much as possible. Now, CD roller is one option. It is very complex. You've got to know what you're doing. The support on it is not great. And sorry, I'm not paying attention here right now. I am just, I've just recovered a disc. Sometimes you can only play them in the camcorder. They won't finalize. They won't do anything. I know I'm skipping around here a bit, but I'm just getting to the point with these non-recoverable Matsushita discs. Even if your discs say Sony, Fuji, etc., it does not mean anything. They can be recorded on any brand of camcorder, and if you have not finalized them in the original camcorder, that causes even more issues. It is a shite format, to politely put. I'm constantly having to recover data from all of these discs that have or have not been finalized or been scratched, or all of this stuff, and it is just non-stop with this format. So I'm just going to show you, and I might not be able to recover this, and this video might be a little long because of course and also CD roller does not make it on the Mac. This is the only PC out of 40 something iMacs and Macs I've got, MacBooks here I've got. This is the only PC in here, and I can't, and using a PC is like going back to using an Atari again. It just is, oh. All right, so let's have a look. I know there's probably a bunch of PC people out there that are like, wait a minute, no, Max. Okay, whatever. Okay, so I've put this disc in. Now, and again, this is very complex. You've got to know what you're clicking. There's so many options, so many tabs, so much of a rabbit hole with this stuff. If you want to go down this rabbit hole with this program, you know, it's $70 for the paid version. There is a free version. It'll only do like 5 minutes of content if you can actually get it to go. I have got a setting here for UDF disc. There's ISO, there's all these different formats, like -R, minus rewritables, so RWs, plus rewritables. There's dash DVD RAMs. There's, you know, the rewritables, you can record over them, the RAMs, you can record over them. I've got this in here, so it's saying I'm going to do a force scan right now. We highly recommend you use only the inserted disc is not being integrated to a CD roller before, don't show the scan, whatever. So this might show the VOB files. Yeah, see, look, there we go. VOB, video object files, okay, that is MPEG-2, that's where the data file is, the video file is. This is only showing 928 kilobytes, okay, which is nothing. It's less than 1 megabyte. So that is crap. That's not good, okay? Even though there's footage on it, this is not going to be, so, no, hold on, I want to save the table of contents. The other way, see, look, ISO Juliet, okay? It's an ISO, so I was using a UDF, see, it's showing size 0 bytes. So look, you go down here, ISO Juliet, placed on the disk. We recommend you run a disk test in order to make sure valuable files are actually physically placed on the disk, particularly in the following situations. If your disk was created by Neuro, nope. If your disk with photos was burnt from memory cards, could have been, I don't know. If you have problems recovering files and or browsing folders, try the identify raw ISO data, which under the ISO reader tab. Okay, so this is where you want to, and this is probably over most people's heads. Now, look at this. Woo! Here we go. Identify raw ISO data. This is where I just talk about how you've got to go down a lot of rabbit holes with this stuff. And ISO raw identifier, data recovery. And I go down a lot of rabbit holes with this stuff. And I try. This will sit there for an hour processing stuff, and then it won't give me any results. So that's why with every order, I have a setup fee, a discovery fee. So look, there's one track on here. Starting sector length 463. It's not, yeah, look, doesn't give me jack squat. There's nothing on this disc. Sometimes if you finalized it and you only had like 30 seconds of footage, it'll take 25 minutes to finalize, and it will burn data. See, look, that shaded area is the data. See, the darker area is blank, then this is the data. You can see it better on here. Well, that one's quite dirty. And if you are cleaning these discs, make sure if they've got scratches, smudges, you have got some of this for starters. Disc repair. And you've got to use a very, very, very soft chamois cloth. Usually this will come with, you get it on Amazon, and it'll come with a little soft cloth. And don't leave that soft cloth like on the floor, shake it off, because any little bits on it, it can actually just score the disc. I have managed to recover one. You got to be real careful putting these down as well, because I'm trying to put it down and I don't have the case for it standby. There we go. All right, so I've got a lot going on here as per usual. Yeah, that's that. See, these I'm capturing okay. Now I'm capturing these through S-Video, through Elgato. There are many different ways to capture this stuff, but it depends on how much the customer wants to pay, how the discs are performing in the original cameras, and lots of different variables. So sometimes it won't play. It'll only play through the camcorder, which out of 6 discs, 3 of them two-sided. All of the ones that, a couple are finalized, a couple aren't, a couple are giving me grief. And then the rest of them are just playing fine through the camera. Honestly, if you've got the camera with the AV cable, the power adapter, and it's showing up with the menu, and it won't play in a DVD player, it is not finalized. And I do not recommend finalizing it. This is what okay, so if you've got this Panasonic, Hitachi, Toshiba, and I'll show you, I've got this one here as well. So they all look the same, but this is Hitachi. It'll have DVD cam on them. If they're not finalized, do not, and they come up with the menu. Like, I'm kind of all over the place here. Look, if it comes up with this, with the thumbnails, and they're not finalized, I say do not finalize the disc. The fact that that's there, you can run it through the AV cable, through S-Video, capture through, I use Elgato. It is absolutely perfectly fine, stable. It just works. That's what I use for majority of stuff. Yes, you can up-res stuff. Yes, you can do all this AI stuff that all the trolls talk about, but they don't have a business. They don't understand workflow, price points, pain in the ass factor. If there is something you want to do, higher res, upscale, all this stuff, get all your footage done first, and then go back and go, right, this is worth redoing or paying more, you know. Most of the time it is completely sufficing. The file sizes, this is a huge thing. Usability. File sizes through Elgato. The audio synced as well. A lot of these capture cards have sync issues, like the voice is off, the audio's off. I've tested everything over the decades. And this is stable, it works, and also gives efficient file sizes. So you're not having to download, 1 hour of footage, 13 gigabytes. Forget about it. You got 60 videotapes or discs and and you got grandma with her iPad and she's got 7 gigabytes of space left on it. You can't be handing over all these unwatchable, ridiculous file size stuff with older players. A lot of people have got older stuff. A lot of my MacBooks are older because they just work better, the older stuff. I hate all the new Mac stuff. So yeah, you've got to just kind of figure out what's what. But if it's playing through here, just capture it live. And it just comes through looking good. The file sizes, here's one I've captured off the other side of that disc. No, it's a bit dark because that's just how the customer had it, but you can, whiz this quickly through it. Just efficient. And it is more than, whoopsie. Okay, forgive that squeal. That's coming from this. Hold on 1 second. So it just works with everything, and you can just whiz that quickly through, and it works great with your phone, with iPads, with all sorts of stuff. And most of the time, if you've got it on the cloud, you're streaming content anyway, so the quality is dependent on the your network connection. So if you've got a crappy, you got 1 bar on 5G or less, then it's going to be kind of just like a YouTube video. But on small screens, what most people are watching stuff on these days looks great. It's more than suffice. And yeah, you can go onto Reddit and go down the rabbit holes, but it's what your time is worth. In darkness here, because Sam is not in. This is where I transfer all the movie film stuff, all the equipment. If you are looking for a company to do this, you can go to gotmemories.com. Yes, this is self-promotion, but I have so much content on my channel. I just give away my wisdom, knowledge for free, trying to raise the level of this industry because it sucks. This industry is going to shite, just like the media is, just like the players are. As you will see on reviews with companies like Legacy Box, Southtree, Kodak Digitizing, I go on and on and on. All of these corporate companies, they're all just trash. It's like the fast food industry, the minimum wage workers that don't care. They just don't even bother transferring stuff. If there's even just a little hiccup, they'll slap a sticker on it saying we can't transfer it, and you get charged for that. No refunds whatsoever. This is an epidemic going on in this industry. A lot of the good guys and girls that used to do this stuff, a lot of people retired during COVID with this type of business that did solid work, conscientious, pride-driven. The name is on the business. They got heart in it. They care about the content. A lot of people, you know, there was a couple guys in Phoenix that were just really, really good. And we used to I used to tell people to Mike at DVD Transfer Station in Scottsdale, I'm like, you got a handful of tapes? Like, just go see Mike. He's fantastic. He's great. We get it. We're fixing problems. We're restoring picture and audio. He retired like August of 2020. He was like, dude, I'm 70 years old. I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm done. And he's just, he's out. This has happened a lot across the industry since COVID. I just, you know, they're just done. And I get it, because I'm 49 tomorrow. So I am been doing this for 22 years. So I get it. I'm tired as well. The only thing that keeps me going is charging my worth and charging correctly for not only the wisdom and persistence and everything I have to do to get this stuff to go, but also you're paying for the trustworthy nature of this business, because people have got one copy of their memories. Very rarely has anyone ever made backups. You can't make a backup if all your discs don't even play, or your videotapes, and handing over the only copy of priceless, precious memories that mean so much to you and your family, and just giving it to the low bidder, you were absolutely inviting drama, lost stuff, mixed up stuff, the wrong files back, other people's tapes back, broken media, scratched. They go, I gave you these discs and they weren't scratched like this when I gave them to you. You know, just numbskull stuff. So you've got to hand it over to somebody that's responsible, that cares. YouTube channel, my God, we're almost 2025. Video transfer companies. But God, YouTube videos, somebody passionate in the videos that's showing you the equipment, the good, bad, ugly, all of the stuff here that needs to be fixed, constant maintenance. You know, I don't pretty this place up just for YouTube. You see it working in the works. So, yeah, if you have these discs, you can go to gotmemories.com, fill out the quote form as best you can. I'm going to come back with a whole bunch of other questions, because I like to nail a price down usually up front. I don't like to do this bait and switch crap. Drives me crazy as a customer myself when I'm spending money. So I like to kind of figure out, well, I've done this a lot, and kind of go, right, it's going to be this pretty much. Or if it's blank, can't recover anything, I don't charge for unrecoverable media. You shouldn't. Nobody prepays anything. You shouldn't be prepaying anybody, especially shipping stuff off sight unseen and going, yeah, give me $1,000. And you're like, no. Next, local customers here in Phoenix. Yes, I do sometimes take a half down payment depending on them. But all of my customers typically have already gone through a filtering process. So I know exactly what the heck I'm getting into, because I never know what I'm doing. I'm blindfolded. If you don't know, I don't know. And I know all the questions, all the problems potentially. So, but I have a lot of old equipment, all the cables, all this, all that, and I've seen it all before. So typically I'll go through a lot of steps here to make sure I am recovering everything that I can. Because a lot of these memories are all that people have of their children growing up. It's like, this is my child's life, or my family's life, and they're stuck on these damn discs, and I can't get anything off of them. And I've handed them over to 3 different companies, and they've all charged me, and they've all come back empty-handed. And the more fingerprints and the more people that are handling these discs, the more potential for them just putting it down and just scratching it, and then definitely ruining it. So you got to be so careful who you're handing this stuff over to. You got to see a 5.0 or thereabouts on Google with a ton of reviews. I mean, even if there isn't a ton of reviews, trying to get reviews from people is really hard. My customer base, 1 in 1,000. I mean, has left a review over 20 years. So, yeah, everyone's like, I found you on Google. Reviews are amazing. And I'm like, great. When I knock it out of the park for you, leave me a review. Yeah. Send the link. Just click the, oh, yeah, I'll get to it. They never do. Rarely. But my reviews speak for themselves. Got Memories. You always go to Google Maps to check reviews. Never Google.com. Yelp. I hate Yelp. Even though my Yelp is fine. Hate Yelp. They're Gestapo. But Google reviews. Maps.google.com. Checking any company. Google homepage. You type anything in, it's going to come up with ads. Fake review graphics with a 5-star rating. It's just, they have good reviews. That's a graphic. They just photoshopped it. Like, it's not actual. So Maps. Anyway, if you got this stuff, you're trying to do it yourself, good luck. I can't really give you a definitive how-to. This is what you do. You've got the whole gist of it right here. But anyway, excuse the mess right now here. Normally, this is all rolling. I am in the throes of Christmas, like a week and a bit before Christmas, so it's been manic. I've shut everything down for the day. And now I'm working on these problem DVDs, and I pick up the phone and I just start making a video. So here we are. That's it. Gotmemories.com. If you're thinking this is, it's going to cost me like $80 to do a whole pile of stuff. No, I am expensive. I'm reasonable, but this is an investment in your family's legacy, history, content. And you got to remember what you paid for the discs. You paid for the camcorders. You paid for the, it's someone's wedding or your wedding. What did you pay for the wedding? I don't know. It's what it's worth. I mean, some people are paying $1 million to fix something. Other people are like, oh, it's not worth 10 cents to me. If you don't care about it, absolutely nothing wrong with this. And I encourage people to do this, is do this one thing. Take the stuff, if you don't care about it, which is perfectly fine, and throw it away. Get it out of your life. Reduce clutter. Reduce that space in your brain. You're like, do I really want all this stuff? No problem with it. I tell people all the time, chuck your stuff away if you don't care. It's perfectly fine. And then it's gone. Problem solved. But for the people that really care and they want to hire somebody passionate that cares about this stuff, that knows what the hell they're doing, and they're trustworthy as hell, bing! All right. Cheers, guys. Bye.